Track 6 of the Track 6 of the Chasing Sunsets EP is the title track, Chasing Sunsets. Bit weird to put your title track at the end of your release, but the song just sat perfectly at the end, I think. It's this really nice, acoustic, chilled out song, very melodic, very floaty, and it is a song that I am so proud of that I sometimes don't believe that I actually wrote it. I don't class myself as the best songwriter in the world, and when this song just it just happened naturally and it just came about naturally, and I remember finishing writing it and just sitting there going, oh shit. I did record one version of it that was actually a bit louder and it had a few more layers of instruments in it, and every time I listened to it, it just wasn't right, and so I completely scrapped it. I scrapped the recording and just started again. I thought, this isn't working, take it all off and just start again. The problem was I was trying to put too much into the song and it just didn't work. So back to the drawing board, start again. I'm so glad I did, because that song is my most successful song to date. I'm just so proud of it, as I've now said many times. When I wrote the riff at the beginning of the song, I went, this is a song that I could hear on a program called Scrubs, which came out a few years ago now. But they have some really lovely songs play on it, and I just thought as I wrote that riff, I could hear it on Scrubs. So I went, right, I'm going to write a song that I could hear on Scrubs. And from there I just I wrote the melodies for the verses, no words really as of yet, but I got to the chorus and the chorus just wrote itself out of nowhere. The words just happened and I was so happy, and I don't think they changed once at any point. They just stayed as they are, as to what you can hear now. And then it came to write the verses and the bridges. There's one bridge that goes, I'm not giving up on this yet, which I was a bit worried was a bit close to a lyric in yesterday's song, but I didn't want to change it because that's what the song was going to say. That's what I wanted the song to say. And I'm one of these people that's quite happy to use a lyric twice, or use a lyric that's similar twice if it helps tell the story of the song. I don't mind doing that, as long as you don't do it too often. And then it came to writing the verses, and again they mostly wrote themselves. The song and the verses themselves are actually nonsense. They're very simple words, but again the song is nice and simple. I didn't want to go too deep with it, and they just wrote themselves as I went through, tweaking the odd bit here and there. But I'll give you a fun fact about a line in verse 2. There's a line that says, what fell through cracks but we still see. Not to burst anyone's bubble of what they might think that lyric means. If you don't want to know, skip this bit of the video, but that lyric comes from when I played at the Imaginarium a few times, and I was playing outside. I was playing on some decking and I had my picks, my plectrums, either on the mic stand or in my hand, and I dropped one and the pick would fall through some of the cracks in the decking, but I could still see them, but I couldn't reach them. What fell through cracks but we still see was me dropping my plectrums on the floor and not being able to reach them, but still being able to see them. So I'm sorry if I burst your bubble on that particular lyric, but that's what that one refers to. There's one major influence on this song, and there's a song by McFly called Walk in the Sun, which is another very summery, mellow day sort of song. When it came to doing the video, I knew I wanted to have at least some form of time lapse of a sunset. It would feel weird not to do that, and then I went to film it on one day and the camera died, and luckily the next day was even sunnier and brighter, so I took about 3 cameras and filmed the sunset just to make sure I actually got this really lovely sunset. I think I filmed it in April, so it wasn't actually that warm. I took this big long walk to get to this really nice spot, so I got really warm, but then obviously I'm going into nighttime, and it got to nighttime very quickly and I had to walk back through this woods in pitch black. When I play Chasing Sunsets, I normally play it right towards the end of a set, if not the last song in the set. because I just think it's this really nice sort of closing song. It's not sad, it's not or depressing, it's not super upbeat, but it's just a nice way of finishing and ending a set with a nice warm feeling or something like that. Chasing Sunsets is out now, and it is the title track of the Chasing Sunsets EP, which is available to stream and download now on all major platforms.
I walked off the edge of the earth, and I flew so far.